I'm
and the
already
condition
dealing
of
with cancer.
the,
I'm dealing with
let me
cancer.
finish, but ma'am, that's the bond, okay? And you can certainly use a bondsman to get released. The conditions of your release are, again, no assaultive behavior or any contact with Danilo Hope. No
This courtroom session begins with serious allegations and tense bond decisions. The judge must determine whether the defendant is a danger or simply facing accusations without proof. Threatening statements, family conflict, and strict conditions quickly enter the conversation. Subscribe for more real courtroom breakdowns, where every ruling carries serious consequences.
The issue with her abiding by the no contact order, I understand that this is violent in nature. However, it is a misdemeanor. And it also is an allegation that the presumption afforded to Ms. Thurman is that she did not commit it. If she has any prior criminal history, I do not see it on her public criminal history report, as I did an iChat, and it did not reveal any prior criminal convictions. If she has a history of failing to appear in court, I'm certainly unaware of it. Given that, Your Honor, I would ask the court to consider personal recognizance release. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Okay, Ms. Thurman, the court's going to look at two factors. Are you a flight risk? Are you a danger to the public? We look at your criminal history, your ties to community, your employment status. We'll look at the allegations. We'll also look at a bond recommendation that's provided by your attorney for this afternoon, Mr. Austin, as well as a bond recommendation from the prosecutor's office of Bingham County. The prosecutors have asked certain requests of the court to ensure your safety as well as the safety of the public. They are respectfully requesting that you be assessed by CATS or community mental health prior to release and to follow any and all clinical recommendations. The reason we would do that is to ensure, again, your safety as well as the safety of the complaining witness. The court read the allegations. There were some statements that were alleged to have made that were very threatening in nature, according to the police. I can only say that that's only one side of the story. I don't know the whole side. And certainly that won't be revealed until you have a hearing if necessary. But I do have to make sure that you are safe and that your sister is safe as well. So at this point, I do see that you have, as a juvenile, some issues with the law. And the most recent thing that you have here in Lansing is a malicious destruction of personal property. That did get deferred by HIDA, and it does involve malicious destruction of personal property, 200 or more, or 1,000. So with that being said, again, to ensure safety for everyone, I'm not going to grant you a PR bond. I don't find that that is appropriate based on the information that the court has. So I am going to set a 3,000 10% bond, and that is to ensure your appearance as well as the safety of Ms. Thurman. So first of all, do not miss any court dates and do not violate any state or local laws while you're on bond. You are not to possess, purchase, or consume any alcohol or controlled substances without a prescription. You are not to leave the state of Michigan without permission from the court, and you are not to possess or purchase any firearms, ammunition, or dangerous weapons. Additionally, you're not to have any contact or any assaultive behavior towards Auzinye, Auzinye Thurman. You cannot call her. You cannot write a page, email, text, no electronic communications of any kind. You can't have anybody else contact her on your behalf, and no threatening, harassing, or molesting behavior towards her or anyone else. And you may not go within 2,000 feet of where she lives, where she works, or where she goes to school. I am also ordering CMH and CATS and or CAT services while you remain in custody. And once you are released, you are to continue any and all clinical services that may be required for your mental health. So if you have a caseworker, you're gonna wanna contact them when you get released. You understand what I'm telling you, Ms. Thurman?
Yes, Your Honor. I have a question. How long did you
Yes.
say I was? How long did you say I was getting locked up for?
Well, you have a 3,010% bond, and they'll explain that to you. But if you're in custody, then we'll have you get some services. So,
Okay,
so that you
I got
can,
another question. Okay, so what about my child? Can she just be in foster care or with her other TT? Cause she getting touched on.
okay,
She
okay,
getting touched
okay,
I need her to be
you
in a
need-
safe place.
you need her in a safe place. I'm sure that you need to talk to your attorney, okay? Okay. All right, anything else, Mr. Austin, for the record?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
All right, you're all set. Thank you. Oh, shoot, I'm not gonna make her come back. Just tell her that she has to report to collections once she gets released. She's got a balance of $772.89 that she's gotta pay. So no big deal, just tell her she's gotta report to collections, okay? Officer,
Okay.
thank you. All right, Brittany Hooker, please.
Sorry, what was the last name, Your Honor?
I have it as Hoker. Brittany is the first name.
On my
And
list.
step all the way up to the table, please.
It's HOKES, ma'am.
Hokes?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Did Mr. Annette talk to her this morning?
Yes, Your Honor. I was
Okay,
just
good.
inquiring because we had it as hoax, and I heard the court
Okay,
say something different.
perfect.
That's why I was just making sure.
Absolutely. The more help I have, the better off I am. Thank you. Okay, so Miss Hoax, your full name I have is Brittany Renee Hoax. Is that right?
Correct.
Okay, thank you. All right, and your appearance, please, sir.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Jared Austin appearing today on behalf of Ms. Hoax for the purpose of this hearing only.
Okay, this is file number 25-03814 SM. This is a motion, affidavit, and bench warrant on a domestic violence charge from an offense date of December 25th of 2025. The bench warrant issued because you failed to appear for a pretrial on January 27th of 2026 with Judge Simmons. Can you tell me why you weren't in court on January 27th?
I've been going through a lot of I've been sick a lot lately, so going through a lot of different medications because I have cysts in my system, so
Okay. Okay, so you have a new date to appear. That date is now pretrial March 31st at 10 o'clock a.m. That is with Judge Kristen Simmons, and you have to appear in person on that date. Do you have that notice?
yes, ma'am.
Okay, hang on to that.
Now the focus shifts to Brittany Hoax, who missed a previous court date and now faces a new allegation, making a threatening statement toward the victim while on bond. That's a serious violation. Judges view bond conditions as sacred. The big question here, was this truly a misunderstanding or a dangerous escalation?
Now, before I get too far into this, I also have allegation that you have violated one of the terms of your pretrial release. If you would recall, I arraigned you back on December 26th of last year, advised you several conditions that you had to follow in order to remain free on bond. That being no missed court dates, no violations of any state or local laws while you're on bond, no alcohol or controlled substances without a prescription, no out-of-state travel, no firearms, and no contact or assaultive behavior towards Danilo hoax. It is alleged that on or about February 5th of 2026, that you had made a threatening statement to Danilo Hoax over the phone, that being Brittany Hoax threatened to shoot Danilo Hoax over the phone. That is a, don't say anything, do not say anything, okay? Because first of all, you're being recorded. Secondly, you don't need to discuss the facts while you're being arraigned. That there's a time for that, and that's when you have a private conversation with your attorney. So with that allegation, and it is an allegation, it does have a penalty. If you are found guilty for that, it is up to 93 days in jail and or a $7,500 fine. Do you understand the allegation and the maximum penalty?
I can't really say I do because I haven't had contact with them.
Okay, again, we don't want you to talk about the facts. I'm just asking you if you understand, not if you agree, but if you understand. The understanding would be that there is an allegation that you had contact and made a threatening statement towards the victim. Do you understand that allegation?
Yep, I
Just
understand.
yes or no? Okay.
Yes.
Do you understand the maximum penalty as well?
Yes.
Is that a yes?
Yes.
Okay. All right, then, Mr. Austin, how is she pleading today?
Your Honor, it asks the court to enter a plea of not guilty on her behalf as it relates to the violation. I would ask that the violation hearing be set at the same date and time as her rescheduled pretrial conference.
Okay, thank you. So the court will enter a not guilty plea, and indeed that is correct. You're going to come back to court for that pretrial on March 31st. If you look at your notice at the bottom of the page, you'll see a PA 53 contempt hearing notice that says Tuesday, also March 31st at 10 o'clock a.m. So they will be both set on that date. So did you see that on your notice, Ms. Hoax?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, all right, then.
Going on as she was explaining, and that her failure to appear for that court date sounds like that was, inadvertent and not intentional on her part. So I would ask the court to give her another opportunity with that and consider personal recognizance release on that, as well as the violation hearing, or alternatively, a reasonable 10% bond if the court does not believe that is sufficient.
All right, thank you. All right, so Ms. Hoax, the court does look at the allegations, looks at, you're failing to appear back in January, you're going through a lot and, facing some illness as well. I cannot grant you a PR bond. You've already been granted a $300 PR bond back in December. You missed the first court date. So at this point, the court will set a low 10% bond on this. It is going to be a 10% bond.
I'm
And
already dealing with cancer.
the-
I'm dealing with
Let me
cancer.
finish, ma'am. That's the bond, okay? And you can certainly use a bondsman to get released. The conditions of your release are, again, no assaultive behavior or any contact with Danilo Hoax, no alcohol or controlled substances without a prescription, no out-of-state travel without permission from a court, and no missed court dates, and certainly no violations of any state or local law while you're on bond. All right, without you saying anything further, I'm going to ask you one question that just is a yes or no answer. Do you have a serious illness, ma'am?
Yes.
Okay, you need to talk to your attorney and address that. Make sure that you tell the staff there what your issues are, and they can address that with you. Mr. Austin, I'm sure you could pass that on to her attorney.
I certainly will, Your Honor.
Okay, all right, Ms. Hoax. Anything further, Mr. Austin?
Nothing additional, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right, you're all set, Ms. Hoax. Thank you. All right, Kenneth Baker, please.
Now we move to Kenneth Baker, facing a drunk driving charge tied to a blood alcohol level of 0.127. Interestingly, the magistrate even questions the original penalty listed, correcting it to a lower maximum sentence. It's a reminder that even courts double-check the law carefully before moving forward with any criminal proceeding.
All right, good afternoon, sir. Are you Kenneth Allen Baker?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and your middle name is A-L-A-N, is that right?
That's correct.
Okay, thank you. And Mr. Austin, your appearance, please.
Thank you, Magistrate, and good afternoon. Jared Austin appearing today on behalf of Mr. Baker for the purpose of this hearing only.
All right, thank you. Mr. Baker, this is file 18-002920D. This is a complaint in the people of the city of Lansing versus Kenneth Allen Baker. It is alleged that on or about July 11th of 2017, at the area of I-496 and South Cedar, city of Lansing, Ingham County, Michigan. Charge 1 alleges that you did then and there operate a vehicle on a highway or other place open to the general public, including any area designated for the parking of vehicles in Lansing, while being a person with a blood alcohol content of 0.08% or more by weight of alcohol, unlawful blood alcohol content, that being a 0.127. Contrary to law, sir, that is a misdemeanor. Maximum penalty 180 days and or $700. Do you understand the charge and the maximum penalty as I've explained it?
Yes, you magistrate.
Okay, and I'm looking at this, and actually this should be 93 days because it is, I don't think they had a high BAC back in 2018, and this is a 0.127, so this doesn't even reach the 0.17. So I think the penalty on that, sir, is up to 93 days, not 180 days, but your attorney will be able to further investigate that. It looks incorrect to me. So it's 93 days and or $500. Okay, so do you understand the charge and the maximum penalty?
As you reiterate, I do.
Okay, all right, and Mr. Baker, you have rights. We're going to go over those. You have the right to plead guilty, not guilty, or stand mute. You have the right to a trial by a judge or a jury, and at that trial, you can present or confront witnesses. If they would not appear, the court can order them to do so. You also have the right to a lawyer. If you cannot afford one, one can be appointed for you at court expense. Additionally, you are presumed innocent, and if you're found guilty, it must be beyond a reasonable doubt. Do you understand that as well, Mr. Baker?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, very good. All right, then, is he applying for an attorney today, Mr. Austin?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, the court's going to enter a not guilty plea for you, and we have a pretrial date set. Your pretrial hearing will be Tuesday, March 31st, 9:00 a.m. with Judge Flores, and that will be on the 6th floor of City Hall in courtroom 3. They are allowing you to appear by Zoom. I understand that you are currently in
Eaton
Eaton County, is that right? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Do you have Do you have a release date from Eaton County, sir?
Your Honor, I'm involved in, it's going to be a lengthy hearing, of an affair with the courts over there. I'm having
Okay.
a mental health
Okay, don't
exam.
say, yeah, don't say anything else. Okay, but you don't have a release date at this point, right?
And I don't request a bond. I'll pass on the requirements of bond. I don't need a bond because they won't let me go anyway.
Okay, okay, thank you for that information. All right, then I basically have no questions for your client, other than he's in Eaton County Jail for perhaps a lengthy amount of time, as he stated. So if you would address bond.
Yes, Magistrate, thank you. I don't really have any information that would contradict that. It sounds like that he may be in Eaton County for a while. I know his court date here is quickly coming up. This is, a rather old case. Uh, for what ability that he has to at least earn some jail credit on this, I would at least like to see him do that. So I would ask the court to grant some type of reasonable bond or reasonable cash surety bond.
I expect I'll be able to give the court 93 days. Your Honor.
Okay, okay, all right. So Mr.
And
Baker,
all the more reason for him to be able to earn credit so he can accrue that time in case he ends up serving the maximum sentence on this.
okay,
Thank you.
so, yep, Mr. Baker, the court is gonna set a 10% bond of, $3,010%. Conditions of your release are as follows: do not miss any court dates, do not violate any state or local laws while you're on bond, and don't leave the state without permission from the court. Does that make sense?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, all right, then, did you have anything else for the record, Mr. Austin?
I did not, Magistrate. Thank you.
All right, you are all set, Mr. Baker.
Mr. Austin, will I be able to contact somebody from the public defenders in the next couple of weeks about this before
Yeah.
I come to?
Yes, sir. You can try reaching out to our office or have someone on your behalf reach out to the Ingham County Public Defender's Office regarding your case.
Okay, can the kiosk machine work in the jail?
Yes, you can
Okay,
try connecting through us through smart communications there, perhaps.
okay. Thank you both.
You're welcome. All right, Alexa Alanis. Can you take your head off for me, please? Thank you. Are you Alexia Sarah Alanis?
Yes.
All right, this is just a unpaid fine, Mr. Austin.
Okay.
Okay, Ms. Alanis, this is file 24L 285-86710I. This is a motion, affidavit, and bench warrant on a pedestrian violation from quite some time ago, May 19th of 2024. You had failed to pay the amount owed of $186. I had given you extension back in January to get it paid by February 5th. You didn't do that. Why not?
I lost track of the days. I didn't remember.
Okay, well, I'm going to give you one more shot at it. You'll now have an extension to
Thank you.
April 3rd.
Yes.
Has your address changed since I saw you in January? Just yes or no?
No.
Okay. Has your and you still don't have a phone number, is that right?
No.
Okay. All right. You're all set. You're going to be released. You're not going to be held on this.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, so we're gonna try the tablet for Mr. Williams.
They're getting it set up right now.
Okay.
As the hearing wraps up, we've seen how different cases bring very different outcomes, from strict bond conditions to second chances and simple fine extensions. Courtrooms move fast, but every decision carries weight. If you enjoy real courtroom breakdowns like this, like the video, share it, and subscribe for more.